we're living in a time of shadow because there are values that are rising that are very scary for a lot of us. The rise of populist leaders, the rise of right-wing regimes, values that are scaring a lot of us. If you're not scared, I don't know, I'm scared. And the way we're dealing with it is in dividing the world, in division and separation, blame. They are bad, I am good. They are bad, I'm good. And when we are dividing that world, it's like we're just fighting with each other. And the way I see it is like crashing into each other. Now, I tell you, I divided the world like this for the longest time. I grew up in Iraq, so I said Iraq is oppressive under Saddam Hussein's regime. America is free. My own people are oppressed women, and America free women. There's oppression. There's no democracy here. There's democracy here. It's like I just kept on separating poverty, richness. I kept on separating the world into good and bad. And then I came to America and I lived in America for 28 years and I've got infatuated with different people. Wow, look at this spiritual, wonderful person. Oh, wow, look at this. And then honestly, you live long enough and you get hurt by the people who sometimes you love the most and you think that they are the light in the world. And then I suddenly came to realize that the good, the bad, and the ugly is not only in them, the bad people, whoever they are. It's actually in what I thought are the good people. Actually, the good and the bad and the ugly is everywhere. Is in this people and this people, and more importantly, it's in me. And that is a scary journey. Now, when you realize there is not only good in me, there is bad and ugly in me. And that was very scary for me to acknowledge. And yet I believe as an activist that the only way I can move forward in a very divisive world and a world of anger and hate and fear is for me to own all of these things in me, but be also grounded in the goodness of me. Also be grounded that I am also a good person and I'm also a loving person. And that applies to everyone, by the way, even those who you call them. Everyone has good, everyone has bad, and everyone has ugly. And in such time, I think we need to not only anchor ourselves with how good we are, but really be in touch with our badness, with the times we have committed injustice against others. Even if you think that you are actually a wonderful person, the time in which we have stayed silent at seeing injustice, the time in which we turn around, so the good in the time of the shadow, we should look into our own personal shadow rather than just name it in the other. So from there we understand how do we engage with the other in a way that is not about humiliating them and showing disgust at them, but actually from understanding and respecting the goodness of their humanity, and from there engage with the parts that you do not agree with and you do want to fight and change, but fight it from that foundation of acknowledging the goodness of their own persona and humanity, and from there go and challenge the bad part that you want to engage with and you want to change. But practice that first in yourself.